Detroit's police chief sounding off today about assault weapons, illegal guns, and repeat offenders.
Chief White calling on lawmakers and the courts to do something. Fox 2's Amy Lang continuing our team coverage. She joins us live with more. Amy?
Well, Ruth and Taryn, as you heard from Jessica, the chief today calling Officer Courts and his partner heroes, outlining just what happened last night, but also taking aim at the bigger picture, guns.
This is unacceptable. And this should be the line. Whatever your tipping point is, this should be it.
Detroit Police Chief James White demanding action after the devastating loss of one of their own, Officer Lauren Courts, ambushed by a 19-year-old man armed with a semi-automatic Draco pistol.
The suspected gunman walked out of the building with this weapon in his hand. This is a 7.62 semi-automatic Draco pistol. It is similar in caliber to an AK-47 and has a banana clip as well. This type of weapon is designed to fire multiple rounds in very quick succession.
These assault weapons are ridiculous in our communities, and they're causing death, period.
The chief says assault weapons like this don't belong in the community.
This is a cut-down version of an AK rifle. And I refer to them as image firearms. People buy them because of the image associated with them. Do you need a gun that shoots 30 rounds? No, you don't.
Bill Kusick is a former police officer and the owner of Action Impact Firearms in Southfield.
Anybody that cares about law enforcement should be hurting today. I hope they are. All these guns are dangerous, and this one's dangerous when they're in the wrong hands. It's 100% legal, and it's going to continue to be illegal.
Chief White lamenting the easy availability and accessibility of high-powered weapons in a country reeling from mass shootings. Tops Friendly Market in Buffalo, New York, Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, the 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois. And here, the murder of a police officer with another high-powered weapon purchased within the last 2 weeks.
In light of everything that's going on in this country, an assault rifle that was recently purchased, counterintuitive that we would be selling assault rifles at this time. We can't even slow that down.
The chief also calling on the courts to help, asking judges to increase bonds to keep dangerous criminals locked up.
And we need help. We lock them up, keep them locked up. If you violate the law, there needs to be a penalty for it. I don't see anybody fearing a penalty for it. How many times did we stumble onto someone who should have been incarcerated that's out on the street committing another act?
And we need, says Chief White, illegal guns off the streets.
Driving crime in our communities, and we all have to care. We all have to care. This is all of our problem.
About a month before he would gun down a Detroit officer, 19-year-old Ehmani Davis came face-to-face with Eastpointe police.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me go. You might as well let me go then. Is that the plan? And this dumb got me up. Why is he putting his hands on me, bro?
Davis was seen fighting in broad daylight outside his family's Eastpointe home. It would mark at least the 7th time he'd encountered police in less than 4 years.
Yeah, like I said, I'll kill you.
And on this day, Davis was shirtless and belligerent, arguing with family and officers.
Bro, don't touch me, bro. I'm not playing, bro. Don't touch me, bro. Like I said, you're going to get your food. Don't touch me, bro. You're not checking, bro. I don't understand this, bro. You know my daddy, my mama, not nothing.
According to a police report, Davis's mother had called 911 saying her son was irate and she wanted him to leave.
I am willing to pack up his stuff as long as he leaves out of here. I do not want him in the house in his state of mind.
Records show that as far back as 2019, his mother called police when Ehmani, then 16, was fuming, yelling and banging on the door, saying he wanted to move into foster care. It was then that his mom told officers he may have a mental disorder and wished to petition him to a hospital. 3 years later, she would tell officers that the help she sought never came.
Is he diagnosed with anything? Like I said, it's been having these problems since he was a kid, since he was a teenager, and every time I call the police, try to get help from the state, because he's not threatening to kill me or himself, or he's not on drugs, you guys, not you personally, they won't do anything.
Everything's going on in this wicked house.
With each new contact with police, Davis's unraveling becomes more pronounced. After a violent outburst in 2019, his mother called 911, telling officers she no longer knows what to do with him, that she tried sending him to boot camp and even dropping him off at the 6th Precinct in Detroit. A month later, records show Davis was transported by ambulance for a mental health petition. It is unclear if one was sought or granted, but months later, records show that Davis returned home after leaving Children's Hospital in Detroit. Then came allegations of attempted credit card theft, of fighting in the street, and being found with an illegal taser. To anyone who knew him, Davis's troubles did not appear to be a secret, not even to neighbors.
We heard everything was going on.
We always been like that.
Davis would be arrested on this night in May, charged with disturbing the peace. What officers didn't know, just one day earlier, he'd walked into an Eastpointe gun shop with a friend who, according to prosecutors, helped him buy this military-style firearm. Davis would obtain it days later. It was the same gun he would use to kill Officer Lauren Courts.
I don't give a about none of this.